Hey everyone, it's Jessica here with a Wig and a Prayer. I wanted to do a video for you today on shampooing your human hair, wig, or hairpiece. I thought it would be good to have a video that you can always look back at and figure out what we talked about and just refresh your memory. So you're gonna need today these little sewing pins. So these I like to use on securing the wig to the mannequin head, these little sewing pins. They're very fine. They have a little plastic on the end, piece on the end, which will keep the pin from coming back through the cap. And they're finer than say a wig pin, which is usually considered a T-pin or is considered a wig pin. I think those are a little bit too wide, and I like to use the finest pin possible. You'll need your wig or your hairpiece, and you'll need a mannequin head. These are the mannequin heads that I like to use. It's a small mannequin head. It's an extra small mannequin head that is not going to stretch out your cap at all. So you don't want to use too large of a mannequin head that's going to stretch the cap. So this is a smaller mannequin head for that purpose. Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick how to secure the pins to the mannequin head. And at the inside of the cap, you always want to secure your wig on the sturdiest portions of the wig. So never into the lace at all, always around the exterior, the edge of the wig. So right in here into the ear tabs is a great spot. So one on either ear tab is a good spot to pin to. And then right here in the nape is also another good spot where you have that sturdier edge there. So right into this area here. So again, not into the lace cap at all. Right into the ear tabs, I'm gonna do one here on this ear tab, and then I'm gonna do one on the other side also. So that's all I'm gonna do for securing the wig for the shampoo, okay? Best water temperature, I think, to use is something right in the middle. Not too hot, not too cold. Now this is for human hair again, so this is not synthetic hair. Go ahead and just wet the hair down. Now, as far as what products that you're going to use, people ask me that all the time. What are the best products to use? And I don't think there's like a number one, you have to use this kind of a product. My main rule of thumb is that it is a professional product that is very moisturizing. So anything that's for dry, damaged, color treated hair is usually a lot more moisturizing. So those are good words to look for when you're looking for a shampoo and a conditioner. So the motion that you want to use is always top to bottom. So you're moving your hands top to bottom. What you're not going to see me do is rubbing, scrubbing. So those things that feel great for us when we're in the shower, really scrub it in there and getting our scalp really well, you don't want to do that with added hair, okay? So you want to just go in, you're just working your hand top to bottom, always keeping that hair running in the same direction. Again, like I said, just want to keep that cuticle. So the cuticle of the hair, we always want to keep it going in that downward direction. So this is a lace cap. So the shampoo and conditioner is going to get in there. It's going to get into the lace just because it has a porous surface. So that is going to get through there. So I don't think there's any need, unless the inside of your cap is super, super sweaty or dirty. I don't think there's any need to take this off and really clean the inside of there, but you could do that. If that was important to you, you could remove the pins right now, cleanse the inside really well with some shampoo if you wanted to do that. That's definitely doable. Just depends on each person and what you feel like your wig cap needs. So once you have that, where the shampoo is all worked into the hair, then you're gonna go ahead and just rinse that again. So rinse all of the shampoo out. Make sure you get all the product out of there. When you feel like you've rinsed enough, I would say rinse just a little bit more. So now I'll squeeze all the water out of there with my hands. So squeeze as much of that water out of there as you can, and take your conditioner. So your conditioner is going to go in the opposite direction that the shampoo went. So shampoo went top to bottom. Conditioner, we're gonna start down here at the bottom, and we're gonna work our way up the hair strand, okay? So I'm getting that conditioner on the whole strand of hair, working my way up. The biggest thing you don't wanna do with conditioner is take a big glob of conditioner in your hands and glob it right at the cap. okay? Because in all of the caps, whether it be a hairpiece or a wig, that hair is most of the time tied in there by hand. So those little knots are all tied in there, especially if you're working with a lace cap like this, not if it's a wefted cap, but if it's a lace cap, that hair has been hand tied into there, and those knots, you know, they can get loosened with conditioner. Conditioner is very slick and slippery. So if you get too much conditioner on those knots, you can loosen those, okay? So you can go all the way up to the cap with your conditioner. It's not like you have to keep it super far away from it. It's just that you're just being mindful of not taking a big glob of conditioner and putting it right at the cap, okay? So if you start down at the bottom, which is pretty much where the hair is the driest anyway, is at the bottom of those ends. You're gonna be a little drier there. So start there and work your way up to the cap. Now, if your wig is feeling a little bit dry, you can take a deep conditioner. You can put it on like this. You could take a wide tooth comb, work it through there with a wide tooth comb, and then let it set for a while. And when I say a while, I mean you could let it set for hours if you wanted to, let it set for 30 minutes, set for 20 minutes. Let it just set some time so that that conditioner has time to penetrate through the cuticle and get in there and moisturize the hair. So time is gonna help with that. So now I will go ahead and rinse that really well. Rinse your conditioner very, very well. When you feel like you've rinsed the conditioner well enough, then you're going to remove those 2 pins that you put in and rinse the inside of the cap, okay? So rinse, rinse, rinse really well. Then we'll remove the 2 pins on either side and the ear tabs and rinse the inside of the cap. So I'll remove this from the wig now, flip it over, but again, the water is always working top to bottom. The hair is always going in that same direction, okay? So rinse the inside of your cap really well just to make sure you get all of that product off of those knots. Make sure we're not leaving any residual behind. Okay, now you're gonna go ahead and squeeze out as much of that water as possible. So you're squeezing. So as I'm squeezing the hair, you don't see me wringing, okay? So wringing, I'm not twisting or turning. I'm just squeezing to get as much of the water out of there as possible. Then I will take my towel, lay the wig inside of the towel, wrap it up. And again, just continuing that squeezing motion, just like this, to remove as much of the water as possible. It's just gonna make your time go a little bit quicker when you go to try to dry the hair with a blow dryer. So if you're starting out with soaking wet hair with a blow dryer, it's just gonna be a little more time consuming. So get as much of the water out of there as you can with the towel before you start in with your blow dryer. Okay, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I will do my best to answer. If you have some suggestions for me, I'm always up for learning new things. I know that a lot of my clients who wear hair, they know more things than me, and I've learned tons and tons from people who wear hair. So if you got any tips for me, I'd love to hear them, and I'll see you on the next one.